Good morning, it's Darla at Scrap Happens here with Tuesday's tip. This coming up Saturday, I am holding a class centered around the Waterfront stamp set. I love the stamp set, and you can do some really remarkable, beautiful things with it. So far I have 6 cards that we're going to create, and I just can't stop creating. So we might have 8 or 10 or 12, I'm not sure, but my plan is to make videos of each card and share them with you over the next couple of months on my Tuesday's tip, just because I think they're so beautiful. So to get started, my first card, I've really wanted to be doing an Arizona themed or desert themed card with this set. I have a son who lives in Phoenix, and I love Sedona, and I just wanted to I saw that when I looked at the stamp set. So I'm going to show you that one first. It's one of my favorites. And it's just so simple to make. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Here's a couple others I've been kind of practicing with. I kind of wanted a stormy look. And anyways, I'm just playing. But this one is one we're going to do in the class, and I wanted to show you how I do it. I'm just going to show you the inking part, not the whole putting together of the card. So let's get started. So first I am going to use these 2 pieces of the stamp set. It's this one and this one to get going. And I'm going to use a yellow pad. I had to swipe it from my husband's stash. He has lots of yellow pads. So I'm putting one underneath so that I don't get ink on my piercing mat. Remember, we're supposed to use the piercing mat as a stamping pad with the polymer stamps. It helps them stamp better. So, and the first thing I want to do is make a line. I'm going to mask this bottom part off so that I can make my rock mountains. Now the colors I chose to use for that are Peekaboo Peach, Calypso Coral, and Cajun Craze. So let me show you how I did it. I love this stamp set because I just don't think that you can mess it up. It just works. Oh, I didn't show you this stamp set. I'm going to use this part of the stamp as well. So first I'm going to ink this part up with the Peekaboo Peach. I'm going to move this down a little ways so I have a little more sky. And I'm going to just ink it. I'm going to turn it that same way and just kind of maybe go down a little lower and hit it at an angle. And I'm using this long stamp. And it doesn't matter that that's light because we're going to be going over it. A friend of mine told me that she thought these looked like hot dogs sticking up, but I hope everybody doesn't see hot dogs because I really love this set. But it did make me giggle. So next, I'm going to open up my Calypso Coral, and I'm going to just kind of clean this off. And I'm going to just go over the same and kind of offset it a little bit. And that one's offset a little too much. But like I said, you can't make mistakes with this stamp set, so I'm just going over it. And And then last, I'm going to take my Cajun Craze and do the same thing. And I'm going to turn it around, so it's like this, and I'm going to turn it around. Okay. So then you have your line of your mountains. Then I'm going to take this long one again. I need to get a wipe and clean it. And I'm going to take my crumb cake ink, and I'm just going to ink in the desert. I wanted these to kind of have a postcard look, so I wanted to keep them really clean and simple, and I think I've achieved that. I can't wait for you to see the other ones. Just fill it in. And just by nature of the stamping, it gives it a texture and that I just love. And it really does look like desert. Next, I'm going to use that same stamp to put in some more desert with just a little greenery. I'm going to use the moss, or always artichoke. That's what I'm using. And someone told me that if you leave some white spaces in your stamping, that it helps it to look like a painting. So now I'm just inking up the whole thing, but I'm only stamping part of it. So that's where this yellow paper comes in handy, so you don't stamp on your mat. And I'm going to use the other side. So I use the fatter side. I'm going to use the other side over here. Then there's this little speckled part of this stamp set that I used for tumbleweeds. Every desert has to have some tumbleweeds, right? And then I used that same stamp that I put the desert in to just make a line. Bringing it all together. So right now I'm stamping it in the Cajun Craze, but I'm also gonna clean it because that's my dark one first. I usually like to go dark to light. I don't have to be so rigid about cleaning. I kind of messed up right there, so I'm just going to add a little, oops, let me get my little paper. And then for this card, I used my dauber, but today, for the video, I wanted to try using my roller for the sky. So we'll see how that turns out. So I'm going to ink it up real good. Gives it a smoother texture. I like that better. So, and then I'm just one last time gonna take my Calypso Coral ink and my yellow pad piece of paper. Now I don't use cardstock for this because it's too thick, and then it doesn't, then you can see the line more. And of course I don't want to use designer paper because designer paper has other more important uses. Okay, and then I think I'll add a little more tumbleweed up here in the desert. And I think I forgot to tell you, this desert part was in crumb cake ink. So, oh, and dang it, I messed up right there. Let's see if I can wipe that off. I can't, but I'm done with the video now. I don't want to start over. I don't think even that going over it. We'll get rid of that. But it's a good example to be careful when you're stamping after you're finished. So to finish the card, I just put a white, Whisper White background, and then I put it onto Cajun Craze, Whisper White here layer, Cajun Craze layer, and then I attached it to a card base with dimensionals. And I will have pictures of the card and the inside of the card on my blog, along with this video, with more detailed instructions as far as measurements. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you'll join me for more of my Waterfront series videos. I think they're going to be lots of fun. You're going to love them. And you'll be inspired to create. I just know it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week with Tuesday's tip.